Alright, welcome everyone. This is the Rising Star 2v2 League, where the top 8 people can't participate, but everyone else can. So we still get some really good competition and some new faces hopefully as well. Psychic Wizard in the blue color is playing as Arbiter, and we've got his cutter buddy, the Colossal C. Together, they're Colossal Wizards. And on the other side of Vault, this is Crabbed Tiger. And we've also got CrabbedLamb. Together, they are the CrabbedLamb, and they're playing as Jerome and Atriox. By the way, just looking at the usernames, they could have done a 117 thing. Because Crabbed Tiger is 11 and CrabbedLamb is 7, you get me. That's a missed opportunity right there. Why did they land on 71? What is so special about 71? Anyway. So good, the Ghost won't be able to... Oh no. Ghost plus Grunt against Grunt plus Chopper? That can only end one way in my view. Although Micro is going to be a determining factor, the Chopper is just so much stronger than a Ghost. Yeah, they're going to have to rely on the mines. Ooh, they actually pick off the Grunt. But the Chopper is still way too powerful to directly face off against. There is some more power down there, and Psychic Wizard does control the mini base. Wait, he's not gonna... Holy. If he had stolen that, that would have been sick. But CrabbedLamb cleans up. He's gonna be fine. He's getting Hero next. That's the Atriox is chosen. He's gonna be fine there, I think, guys. Got a very equal mini base split overall, but Psychic Wizard not having the bottom mini is definitely a problem. Oi! Eating the mine there. The Grunt might be able to actually fight the Chopper now. Hopefully CrabbedLamb doesn't run into the next one. That would be bad. Jerome's coming out. That's the cutter Jerome. So many Jeromes. It's gonna be a bit of a sniper war here supposedly between Crabbed Tiger and Colossal C. Numbers are pretty equal, but this is also going to be backed up by a hero. So the Jerome versus Jerome is actually happening here. Jump pack boots are trying to be made, but it might not actually be many of them coming out. If Psychic Wizard can keep pumping those ghosts, everything should be fine. He does have 2 minis, even though they're not double pads like the ones of CrabbedLamb. He's winning this fight pretty hard right now. And that's even without the Ghost getting upgraded, but they have to deal with the Chosen, which is not so easy. Snipers doing what they have to do. How did that not detonate? My goodness. Over on this side, it seems Psychic Wizard has figured something out. He's getting that hero very low right now. Can he actually get the kill? With the Spartan's help, it looks possible. Engineer really needs to get on the job, dude. Ah! He's dead. CrabbedLamb didn't focus heal. The Spartan definitely was too much. The Jerome versus Jerome is still not happening for some reason. Where is that Jerome? Okay, it's in the fight now. And that should push the other Jerome away. I don't think Psychic Wizard is gonna go into hero himself. In fact, he can barely afford a Ghost Pump, and he still doesn't have shielding for them, so how is he gonna manage all this? If he can get shielding, it's a different story, of course. Especially once you have like 6-7 ghosts. I think that should be fine from there. Fun game so far. And all these players are like pretty good. Everyone's over 3.5 MMR, if I recall correctly, from the work spent on seeding. You can check your own on Halo Wars Hub. Should be just halowarshub.com. Really good website. The mines aren't gonna actually hurt anyone except that one Marine, so good dodge here from Crab Tiger. But what's he gonna do about all these ghosts? Numbers have just been growing, although the hero seems to manage them one by one so far. But for how much longer the ODSTs are in, and with a bunch of slams and rams, it should be possible to keep this under control. Of course, the ghosts can see the mines, so they can detonate them as well, and they're much faster than the Spartan, so catching it and ramming will be no issue whatsoever. You need a lot of support for this hero business to work out safely, as you can tell. I'm not sure there's enough support. The Chosen's doing a good job running back into mines, but there's plenty of ghosts here to detect. Super large amounts of firepower. Although those mines aren't going to detonate by themselves, if the Chosen leaves, he will hit it and activate the satchels. The Spartan can handle this. The ODSC should be shooting at the engineer, but the engineer is doing a good job moving around and making sure not to get hit. Yeah, good micro bit there by CrabbedLamb, but I think it's over now. Chosen goes down, and the mini base is probably next. Meanwhile, the power nodes are getting cleaned up as well. Team Blue's under... What? He's managing. They're managing. Keeping the map under control. That's what I'm trying to say. God, what is wrong with my scrambled brains? You have to forgive me. Well, you don't have to. Psychic Wizard's now rebuilding that destroyed extractor from earlier. Now they're going after the Expo. There's nothing here to stop it. Psychic Wizard's also going to unlock his 4th power soon enough. That should be the Elite Enforcer drop, and then they're just moving on to the next base, one after the other. CrabbedLamb trying to get up an Expo here as well. They're trying to cross build, but there's just nothing there to support it right now. There's 14 population here. Crab Tiger has 21, and they're facing essentially 2 nearly full population armies. How are they going to stop this? At the very least, they will need turrets, but they don't even have that. Tier 2 is in. So maybe there's some potential here to get out the Rangers and Hunters. If a Chosen comes out of this mini, it's definitely getting overwhelmed by all that. There's no way to stop the chain rams. Oh, teleport! Smart. That is smart. But these two will still have to work together to stop this, and once again, there's not much UNSC stuff. Oh no, you're in a completely wrong place. Oh no. It's 2v1. I don't see how CrabbedLamb can hold, guys. This is an overwhelming force. Especially with the ODSTs dropping, and especially if these ghosts get boosted like that. Oh god. That could have been huge, but it wasn't right. Psychic Wizard dodged out of it. Hero's already gone. There's nothing here to help defend with. It gets worse. Here's the Enforcer drop. They're not only gonna buff these ghosts to the moon, but they also add so much base killing damage that Team Red just has to resign. Colossal Wizards already take game 1. That was really quick. Alright, here we go with game number 2. Psychic Wizard and the Colossal C together are Colossal Wizards, and they're playing as Decimus and Isabel. Interesting. On the other side, Crab Tiger and Duckier Lamb together are CrabbedLamb. And they're playing Johnson and Shipmaster. That's a very interesting combination. I wonder what that's all about. Guess you can put the spirit support units into bunkers. Chad and Steve in the bunker. I like it. And just stack them forever. Never get broken. Go across the map with a Scarab, stomp on the UNSC base. Because you can't shield it, and Scarab stomps are insane. Tactical Gateway OP. It's true. Psychic Wizard! You forgot your third building, sir! No! Oh my god. Pain. A little bit of skirmish on the side, but really nobody's getting hurt so far. So just peacefully picking up the resources all over, except this grunt of Psychic Wizards isn't actually going to the resource. That's an annoying pathing glitch there. Psychic Wizard's gonna have too many in this game. Colossal C, more like looking to get into tier 2. Crab Tiger's gonna go for the John Hero build. And for Duckier Lamb also double gen. Probably into tier 2 business. Let's see what's on the back mini. Just a harvester. Yeah, this is just economical going into tier 2 supposedly. Certainly with just 2 buildings you're not gonna go into ghosts. Can pump grunts a little bit though to capture some power nodes for both team members. They already got one. I think that's neat. And you know, both team members benefit from the power nodes. So that does lead to a little bit of inflation in power, so to say. Right, Psychic Wizard's upgrading his second power extractor. He's got a raid camp, interestingly. I'm assuming for defensive purposes. Now, are we gonna see some choppers or is it just grunts? Looks like just grunts. Nothing wrong with that, of course. Decimus grunts are rather good. Especially later on, once they have bound the siphon, they kinda just become immortal. Smart missile, not so smart. Where is it going? Not to the marine. It died. Oh, the bracket command is not updated. I'm so sorry. Could somebody please link it and we can just pin? I'll fix it after the game. Or we can just follow Psychic Wizard for a second. He's going tier 2 while I fix the bracket command over there. Doing a little bit of fighting over this power node. Really wants to hold on to it. Attacking the base at the same time and managing to actually prevent it is a pretty big deal. Okay, there. Commands updated, Twitch chat. Sorry about that again. I knew I forgot something. Wasn't sure what it was. Got the first Warthogs out as well, but Team Red still controlling the power nodes overall, and they're doing a good job of fortifying it with bunkers. You can have a bunker everywhere with some strong dudes inside. That should work out pretty well. Crab Tiger also has 2 generators now. The minis are still pumping Marines, and both players are expanding in a crisscross fashion. We've even got CrabbedLamb attempting a third base. That might be a little risky, especially as Shipmaster, you can't easily afford that. But hey, he's working towards a fast 4th point. He has been tier 2 and getting some Hunters and Rangers out. Should be able to handle both of these armies relatively comfortably if he doesn't overextend. Just gotta not lose your elites to the Warthogs. They have some pretty good firepower. Warthogs do, I mean. A beam's coming in on the grunts, but Psychic Wizard split's really good. The Warthogs, however, do get caught. Hunters finish them off here, I think. And that's not a Spirit Support, actually. That is a Suicide Grunt drop from Psychic Wizard. Interesting. I don't know about that. Wouldn't a beam be better? Push has been stopped. Even Johnny came back to help. But the expansion has been stopped as well, so that's pretty brutal. Can CrabbedLamb get the other one up? If so, he'll be on 3 bases, whereas Crab Tiger is more on the struggle bus. But they also stopped an expansion here with the bunkers doing some work. Wow. 3 bunkers actually working together if you count that sniper back there. And Johnny is coming over. Supposedly Crab Tiger can eventually afford this, but probably needs a click of supplies from CrabbedLamb. Psychic Wizards on tier 2 for a while now, and he's also got some Rangers and Hunters. They're not particularly good against buildings though, so that's something to keep in mind. And they're about to be EMP Mac blasted. That Johnny should be able to finish them off actually really well there. Oh, the engineers are toast already. Oh wait, they don't actually get targeted down though. Might need another bunker here to make things happen. Wow, very lucky that that engineer survived actually. Spirit Support's coming in. Now put those guys in the bunker, we're talking. Base gets once again denied. We've got some Manti joining the fight as well. The base is coming up in the back. Marines heading into the bunker. This isn't even level 2 bunkers, by the way. Those would be even better. Crab Tiger may not have much in this fight, but the bunkers are holding the ground very, very nicely. The 2 Warthogs are eventually gonna clean up that base, but if Team Blue can't expand, CrabbedLamb might actually be able to push through here, but 4 power nodes getting controlled at the moment. That's already really good stuff. Big economic advantage behind this push. All they gotta do is keep it going. Aggressively trying to take the base. If they can shield this up and fill it up with Kodiaks, that's gonna be super difficult to stop. Might be what the plan is. See those wiggles against the turrets? I enjoy the wiggles. Mad Hat's raiding up us with a party of 6. Thanks for that. Hope you had a good stream, Mad Hat. Great to see you. Suicide Run drop once again coming in. They are actually pretty useful against that bunker because they're stunning the dudes inside for a long, long time. But I'm not sure the push is over just yet. These bunkers are holding strong. Oh, whoa. Tier 3 for Colossal C. He's here with the tanks, but they're gonna get beamed. Oh! Goodbye, army. Tank survives at a sliver of health. Can it get some healing? Nope, too late. Johnson's missile just takes him out. Another big stun on those units. Another big stun. Will that be enough to get to Johnny? Ooh, the tanks have so much firepower, but just in the last possible moment, Johnny gets into the bunker. We'll be creating a nuisance for a little bit longer. The whole Kodiak idea didn't work out, as the tank just plow on through. Johnny is working from in there, but these units are regenerating almost just as fast. 1 star, but it's too late. Falls to his knees. Plenty of hunters here for CrabbedLamb. He's got a spirit support drop as well. Unfortunately, these Kodiaks are in the middle of the map, not the best placement for them. I wonder if it can pack up and run away. Maybe. Definitely shouldn't stay here in the open. Doesn't look like a sustainable position. But also you don't want to fight those rangers with the hero. Except if you can manage one by one. The tank's a little bit too low in number to directly engage that many hunters. They could maybe if they're like full pop. I guess full pop, that wouldn't be terrible, but those hunters are going to be cost effective. I suppose eventually you research canister shell, but Colossal Siege doesn't have the tank numbers. But now he's got a chance to actually get there. This second base is so crucial for that. And Psychic Wizard actually very nicely composing himself also. Max population, second base up, and upgrading. And they've got the better army, so they should be able to at least have good engagements out in the open, if not be able to push. We'll see about that part. But you know, you drop in a good old Decimus. I think that can go a long way. All Psychic Wizard needs is like a click of power, and he should be good to go. He's got the Brutes, upgrade to Dark Skies. There's 3 of them in the squad instead of 2. Pretty big upgrade, that one. Oh, that's a big EMP Mac right in the middle of the army, but everybody's cloaked, nobody can see. So they should be able to get away. It doesn't do that much damage against infantry anyhow. It's not like the Isabel Mac Blast. But the beam is... The beam is more than capable of cleaning up here. Going for the Nightingales is a good idea. They're so expensive and not very maneuverable, but it was a little late. If the beam starts on them, that's a different story. Of course, you can split, though. And Kodiaks maintain their position, and once again, they're in a decent sieging position. Just peppering the army slowly. Psychic can't afford Decimus still. So that's not a factor for this fight. CrabbedLamb is on full population. Highly upgraded shipmaster units. And under the engineer bubbles, the regular Mac Blast also won't be able to do much. It's a 40% damage reduction, it's insane. Ooh, that's important. Crab Tiger now coming in with the Vultures. Not messing around with the ground army or Colossus. And those first nukes should be able to clear the shields. Now they can take on buildings. Oh, the actual army underneath. That's also a good idea to shoot that. Roots are pretty clumped up. Kodiak shots will be doing a number to them. Well, a bit of a flank with the tanks, though. What are they going for? Hit the base, maybe? They could. I think they're gonna. Ooh, that's sick. Yeah, Psychic Wizard's base is getting very low, however. And as more nukes connect, that's only gonna get worse. Base is at the moment receiving some healing, or it was until now. The vultures can just keep going. That's a nice save on the Reaver as well up there. Psychic Wizard doesn't have anything to take out air units with. Sure, Spartan comes in to steal away the vulture. But the base still goes down to nukes. And the tanks have turned around, but they don't want to fight. So this indecisiveness from Colossal C is, I think, potentially gonna cost the game for Colossal Wizards. If he lost here, that would have been a very different fight. Ooh, Spartan actually manages to take down a vulture there with his own vulture. That's not bad. And especially if he can steal another one. And do it all over again. Now that was money for Decimus, but it might be a little bit too late. He can't shoot up. So he still doesn't fix the vulture problem. It looks like the target was the buildings. Build a restoration drones on Psychic Wizard's base. But these buildings are still really, really weak. And there's plenty of vultures here. Wait, the Spartan vulture actually is going to take out the other one. No, just about doesn't. Might have another steal, however. Oh, he missed it. He missed the jump. The army's making easy work of the Wolverines as well. 100 population here, 80 population there. Psychic Wizard has 64. It's not terrible. Man, those mech blasts just get absolutely absorbed by the engineer shields. Another very important reason you bring a banished body to the fight, because, you know, smokes and engineer bubbles together. Yeah, that's probably the best support you can hope for. But with the power of Reverse, everything's possible. I'll push back those vultures. They're not high enough in number to really defend against this, but you know what is high enough in number? The tanks! They might actually be able to break the base. We've got a Johnny here. Beam's doing what it can. Is it gonna be enough? There's no detect. Oh wait, there is detect in the one Wolverine. Shooting that down wouldn't be the easiest with all this other firepower around. So much healing coming through for CrabbedLamb's base, and they manage to actually get the kills and save the base. It was cloaked for a second even, thanks to the smokes. Psychic Wizard once again attempting to push out, but he's stuck on 80 pop. His two opponents can go up to 100, but will they? Psychic trying to make the base now. Yeah, he can't really fight this army. This is too big. But he can pepper it from long range. One Nightingale at a time, he can equalize the situation. You could also see there's a lot of vultures now with tanks. Very, very powerful base busting composition. But I think there's enough hunters to handle the ground. Another beam by Decimus, but actually everybody dodges it. That was nice work by Crab Tiger there, actually. And bunkers probably not gonna save these guys. They're toast. That's expensive. Psychic Wizard doing his best with those Reavers, but one of them again goes down. Got yet another attack on CrabbedLamb's base. The beam's trying to help take out the healers, but it's not going to be enough. Once again, the tanks get cleaned up. And this time there's not that many vultures around either. But one of them has a Spartan in it, supposedly it's stolen. Spartan generating great value over time. And Psychic Wizard finally has a 5-slot base. There is hope for Team Blue yet. How much hope exactly? I'm not so sure. It's a lot. Crab Tiger's Vulture army is growing. CrabbedLamb has a counter ball to win any fight with. He's especially well equipped for this. And the Vultures take another crack at it, but I think they're the ones that are gonna get cracked. But those nukes, there's no running away from that. Ooh. 3 vultures down. Make that 4. Team Red might just be plowing through this map and there's nothing here to stop them. Combat salvage is in, so any vulture that dies just comes back. They're gonna nuke Colossal C's base. It doesn't have engineers over it or anything like that. Oh my god, it's gone. That's a 7-slot base destroyed. So expensive to replace. Yeah, some army left, but it's not much really. Then there's all these guys that can join it. If you don't want to go without your hero. Beam on the tank. They're actually gonna cancel that. So many leader powers. Vortex may nerf these units, but not for long. There's nothing here to shoot at them anyway. Colossal C's main base is now getting sieged by the nukes, and it's holding for now. Putting a heal on it. EMP Mag Blast is gonna shoot down the Air Force. Or shut it down at least. Ooh, that was a really good Decimus beam though, but unfortunately there's so many vultures. I'm not sure they care too much. Ooh, he's stealing them! Okay, let's see if he can walk them onto some mines or something. At least the Reavers can be destroyed. I'm not sure you can actually beat these. Crab Tiger is still in a really good position with all those vultures. And you can't run vultures into mines, but certainly the Reavers were possible to take down. Oh, the Spirit just immediately drops on the ground. Colossal C's base is getting overwhelmed. These guys are bringing like 200 population into a 70 population base. Spinning Reavers are doing their very, very best. But I just don't think it's enough. Everybody is firing at their base. Then Colossal C is getting eliminated from the game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to a game 3, definitely. Psychic Wizard trying to hold on to dear life, but it's just not gonna happen, I don't think. GG. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the score is now actually 1-1 despite what the scoreboard says. Let me fix that. We are going into game 3 with Psychic Wizard and Colossal C playing Atriox and Jerome. Together they are the Colossal Wizards. On the other side of Mirage, we've got Crabbed Tiger. And we've got CrabbedLamb. Together they're CrabbedLamb. And they're playing as Decimus and Serena. Psychic's already getting a raid camp out here. They didn't want to grab the mini. And there's a little bit of a power dynamic here where you spend your resources early on to grab this middle mini, but it's so expensive at 300 supplies that you're gonna have fewer units to actually secure it with, and then you have to put 2 buildings on. So if the other team doesn't get it, they just make heroes and barracks units, or 2 heroes, or 4 barracks together, and they actually just overwhelm this. But in case of Psychic Wizard, we actually have a raid camp after the hero, so actually the hero is going to be slow rather than anything else. For this team, they're also trying to go hero and barracks. And Crab Tiger is doing much the same. So yeah, it's going to be very, very heavy, relentless fighting. And what's important is to have snipers out, because they're the ones that are going to be able to handle those infantry heroes. Whereas Hellbringers and Cryo Troopers, not so capable of that. But yeah, you want UNSC to have this middle base. Then you want snipers in the garrisons. That's the easiest way, I think, to hold on to this territory. And once you do, you know, Bob's your uncle, you can do whatever you want. Go left, go right, take bases, hold bases. It's so easy because you just have easy access. You don't have to go around the cliffs. And the snipers actually cover a huge radius around themselves. Ooh, I like the addition of the Suicide Grant. Cool idea. And the Warlord's getting upgraded. Got the Bison also coming out. That will lock down the area even further. But this is what I talked about earlier. The overwhelming number of units. Will it be enough? It's too many grunts, I think. So they're not going to fare very well against the Red Army composition right now. What are these guys doing? Where's the good shit? Chosen's coming, but it's a baby. It's a little baby. Oh wait, it's upgraded. It's a big baby now. Oh god, he's getting pulled in. He's getting stunned. He's getting focus fired. He's getting frozen. He's getting vortex. That's overkill, sir. But hey, the mines got dropped, so how convenient. The vortex can just clean that up and it's all good. Nasty. Well, Jerome manages to drop in the Mantis. Is it gonna make a difference though? Well, these Cryo Troopers are just gonna freeze the hero and whatever supports him. He's not gonna be able to play a big role here. Especially not with the Bison out. Oof, Decimus also delivering a nasty stun. But it doesn't actually work because this guy was frozen, so he was immune to the stun. Anyways. Goodbye, Jerome. See ya. He chilled out a little bit. Okay, we got a sniper on the field that will pepper that Chosen pretty good. It looks like Team Red held on to the middle mini rather well. Warlord's coming back also. Are they gonna be able to put on some pressure now? Hey, there's a power node right there, sir. Somebody take that, please. Team Red already has 2. If they can grow that number to 3, that's really nice. CrabbedLamb also trying to expand up front. Very brave, but it might work out quite nicely. Sniper in the garrison. As I said, this will just control this area very, very well. Got huge reach. And we'll be peppering that infantry super well. Keeping them away from this area entirely. But also C's under attack. And you know what? All these snipers chasing the Bison, that's asking for trouble. Bison did do a lot there, actually. But can the Bison take the Chosen on? There is some support for it here. It might be doable. But already the shields are gone. Oh, with the beam or the vortex. It's a beam. Got to heal as well, but fighting 2 heroes. Chosen goes down. Bison a little stuck between the icicles. Has to leave. Is leaving. It's looking okay. Spartan will be quite slow running through this, so this will take a hot second, and then just gets pulled in by the Warlord for another stun combo. Oh my god, it's so good. Heroes toast. That's 2 heroes killed again after they've already done it before. So 4 hero kills here for Team Red. Brutal business. Colossal sees trying to make Mastodons now. Psychic was just trying to upgrade, but meanwhile, CrabbedLamb's base has come up because that kind of went uncontested. He's upgrading his base himself. Crab Tiger's a little bit further out, but he's working on his own base. That's not so bad. And he's done, of course, well occupying the bunker, or garrison rather. Hey guys, it looks like the Americans are waking up. We're starting to get some viewers now. Got 50 on Twitch, got a bunch on YouTube as well. Not bad, not bad. Let's keep it up. Tell your friends. Or your grandma. Everyone's gonna see this. Drop turrets in. Doing quite a bit of damage too, and I really like these frozen choppers. That's a very good pickup for Crab Tiger. Wait, what's that? Is that a suicide grunt drop again? Oh boy. So bad. Wait, actually does something. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's so weak. They really tried, but come on. I really like that ungarrison from the Mastodon. Unfortunately, those snipers are still toast, but it's the right idea because upon destruction, they take some damage. Unfortunately, they got frozen anyway. Great play in theory, though. Well, with CrabbedLamb holding this area, Team Blue is in big trouble. Beautiful map control from Team Red overall. They're even turreting up, and of course the Serena, that's super important. It makes it difficult for infantry to approach the base to shoot at it, as they just get frozen in the process. And even if you're just walking through the ice, the debuff reduces your damage, so there's that as well. Also sees extra base here getting taken down. He has got nothing to defend with. That's a big issue. Maybe Psychic Wizard can come and help, but then he's also leaving himself open to all this. That's what CrabbedLamb. I think he's only working on his 4th point, right? Nope. Yes. Nah, it's gotta be 5th point by now that he's working on. It's got to be. Yeah, he's got Boundless Siphon. Beam's gonna take care of all 3 engineers. Holy cow. Okay, that's certainly not what Colossal C wanted. And to top it all off, oh, the leader powers are gonna finish it. Oh, that final lick from that final lick from Beam detonating the ice, or shattering it rather, and then Vortex to finish it off with the remaining line of sight. That was insane. Great takedown on the base. Here come the suicide grunts to do absolutely nothing. I don't like it. I do think the power is very limited in its use. You really have to surprise the other team to get anything done with that. Kodiak gets healed under that smoke still. Chosen gets caught again, but teleported out. That's a good response to this. Team Red, however, has overwhelming power. I think they just double up on whoever is weaker right now. Fighting under turrets probably sounds better than fighting under shields. So I'd say attack UNSC at this point. There's plenty of Kodiaks here though. I guess the Kodiaks could clean up the shield very quickly, and then the banished turrets don't do much. Banshees are an idea. There isn't much anti-air that could deal with the Kodiaks and the Marauders, but the numbers just aren't there yet. You know, that's the one challenge. If Psychic Wizard had done that a bit earlier, it would be much, much stronger. Let's see if he can at least tickle one of these down, though. Seems doable. Come on, Kodiak's already going down, but it is just very, very few Banshees. Oh, that is a Decimus drop too. This is getting so much worse for Team Blue. Colossal Wizards in so much trouble right now as CrabbedLamb just shows them the business. What can you do? He's even got Wraiths. Oh my god. All he needs to do is add in like 2 Reavers and he's golden. Working on that now, but 18 seconds. That's how long that will take. Kodiak's taking a bad, bad beating. Anti-vehicle turrets also working overtime. Actually taking out one of those Wraiths is pretty good. Banshees are surprisingly effective here. Even though it's literally just 4 of them. How did that happen? They took out 3 Kodiaks. Did these guys just stun the spirit and the grunts within? Okay. Why not? I've never seen that in my life. That Warlord can do anything. Oh, hello. Crab Tiger has his habit of just suddenly showing up with a bunch of vultures. It's a good habit. Very difficult to beat. Ooh, the beam. A split. Ah! Well, that just took down 3 Nightingales. You couldn't ask for a much better beam. Significant value from that thing already. Base shield is gonna defend against the Decimus beams right there, but I mean, they're already gone. Now the base itself is getting frozen. Taking down 1 building at a time with those vultures, and there's plenty of supporting firepower this time, including Reavers. So any Banshee building attempts aren't gonna work. There's only a handful of them now. And the Chosen is really the only firepower that is still available here for Team Blue. I guess there is Omega Team now. They could maybe take over the Wraiths or the Vultures or the Reavers. Anything at all would be great right about now. But I think one of them is already going down. 2 more. Ah man, all this focus fire is just too much for them. They're not as strong as the regular heroes. They're slightly weaker than like tier 2s. Can't stun that. That would be bad. The Decimus is actually helping keep the hero alive a little longer. But I think that really is gonna be it. As Colossal C quits out. No choice for Psychic Wizard but to do the same. GG. That's gonna be a very nice 2-1 for CrabbedLamb. Defeating Colossal Wizards right there. Scoreboards breaking up there. Can we fix it? No. There we go. That looks better. Yeah, they're gonna go up against Dark Ice next in the winner semis. Let's see how that goes. We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.